You ever look at a bird and think, why can't I have such beautiful eyes? No. Why can't I fly? Yeah, that's the thing. Why can't I fly? That's what the video is about. Now you might be saying, Diego, we built machines for that. We can fly. Okay. Let's walk through some of those machines. Here's one. That's a lot of zeros. I don't have that many zeros, and I doubt you do either. But, I hear you say, a Saab 105 is not a reasonable plane to buy. Okay, here's a Savannah. Still a lot of zeros. Oh right, parameters. Well, that's a much more reasonable number. Wait, what is it doing? Oh shit. Which leaves us with my flying machine of choice. This guy. These guys are fun. Especially if you have one of these. Now I call this reasonably immersive. However, when I imagine flying one of these, I imagine something like this. Right? But instead, right now we have to just have this. Which is not bad, but you know, could be better. So yeah, I think you know where this is going. What if we could fly these guys using one of these, right? That sounds pretty good. Hello, one FPVR please. Hold on, Buckaroo, we're not quite there yet. I mean, I built a prototype, right? And it works, but it's built on commodity hardware and the quality is kind of shit and latency is in the hundreds of milliseconds. So it was more of a learning exercise. Now, what did we learn? Well, we learned we're gonna need custom hardware, and custom hardware is expensive. So the plan has changed a little bit. I built a game. Look at this game. You can download it right now in the description or the bloop bloop, you know? Now, disclaimer, if there's one thing I've learned about building products is that if you're not embarrassed by your first release, you didn't release soon enough. So I'm really pushing it here. Is there multiplayer? No. Can you race? No. Is there audio? Also no. But is there a settings menu? No.
Why?
This serves two purposes. Number one, it lets me convey to you, the world, what's in my imagination. You can try it out and see what FPVR kinda sorta will feel like once it's a real thing. Number two, it's just way more fun than it has any right to be. Like, look at this.
Oh, no.
And yet I've spent hours just flying around because it's fun and somebody else might just have fun as it is. So off you go into the world, try it out. Now, there's no tutorial, so I have to kind of do a rapid fire explanation on how to fly. So first step when you hop in is pressing the B button on your index controller, which will reset your head position. Once you're comfortable and seated, you can start flying. Grab both of your index controllers and that will give you access to the joysticks. And if you push your left joystick forward, you go up. If you pull it backwards, you go down. If you twist it to the left, turn to the left. If you twist it to the right, go to the right. Then your right joystick, if you go to the left, you roll to the left, roll to the right. If you pitch forward, you go forward, and you go back. And there you go, you're flying. There's a couple more controls, which are on your left index controller. You can press the A and B keys to switch your flight mode. We have safe, angle hover, which will still hover you, but now you have control over the angle of the drone. Then we have angle, which now you have to control your throttle. And finally, we have manual, which means you can do whatever. Now, once you go into manual mode and inevitably you crash, you can press the A button on your right controller and it will reset your position. Finally, if you're losing control of your drone in manual mode, or in any mode for that matter, you can press the left trigger and that will brake your drone. You will brake, stay in place, and once you release, you can continue flying as normal. So there you go. That's how you fly in FPVR, and I hope you try to fly with the index controllers instead of the normal Xbox controllers, because although it's not as precise, I do feel like it's a little bit more immersive. Ooh. Right, so you made a game, but the point is still making the real thing, right? Yeah, and at the beginning my plan was, to make a game and build the software for the real thing and build the hardware for the real thing and build a YouTube channel and run a company all by myself. Yeah, I need help. So if you want this to become a reality, I would really appreciate your help. What could you do? Well, the easiest way is just to take all of these and give it a follow, including that one. And engagement, comment, like, because the most important thing right now is to see if the world wants this. Now, you can also come hang out in the Discord. I'd love to talk to people about this and maybe play some VR games. Would be cool. And if you want to get even more involved, one thing that I would really appreciate is for you to keep your eyes peeled. And if you're at a party or somewhere and you hear someone say the words HEVC, H.264, ASIC, FPGA, you approach them real carefully and you say, hey, do you want to fly? If they say yes, you send them my way. Now then I have to convince them that this is a good way to spend their time, but that's a me problem. I'll somehow figure it out, So to recap, I'm gonna try to make the game better and turn it into an actual game that you can race and stuff. I'm gonna try to improve the prototype as well to make it a little bit more, impressive. And figure out who I need to partner with to build the hardware. Yeah, sounds like a plan.